Fire signs, hi. This is your full moon reading in Gemini, December 2024. In the middle of your spread, you got Nine of Pentacles as your underlying energy, and you're feeling really good. Like there could be some of you that are working on collaborative projects, spending more time, celebrating the holidays at this time, and being appreciated with the Star card here in your environment, whether this is work, home, community, service that you're doing. I feel like if this is a friend or lover or point of interest or a collaborator, they are in it for the long term with the Knight of Pentacles. They are slow moving, methodical. They practice what they preach, and they really take time to achieve their dreams. And that is a good influence on you, being that you are right above the Knight of Pentacles there. But underneath that, you got the Chariot in reverse. So there could be something in and around the full moon energy in your situation where you're not able to recover or rest or retreat for yourself, and you're running on empty, fire signs. So like without having to control things, learn to delegate a little better and ask for help. Asking for help, Spirit is reminding me to remind you that it's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign that you are able to delegate properly and respect yourself enough to either say no and admit that you can't do it all, right? So we all have to go through those lessons. But in the near future, in and around this full moon in Gemini, which is the zodiac that represents self-expression and communication, there could be, some type of imbalance, some extremes, some people around you who could be dealing with some sort of anxiety, whether this is you or someone around you. Apply it to your situation, fire signs. I feel like they're good one minute with the Lovers here, and then the other minute it's Temperance under there. So they have an imbalance of emotions, and they don't know how to handle their fiery emotions, and you just have to take it one day at a time with the Knight of Pentacles there. I think establishing a healthy routine with this person is going to help you feel like things are moving in the right direction, right? So the next 2 days in and around the full moon, I have studied the moon phases for a long time, and patterns, behavioral patterns, psychological, mental, emotional, spiritual, and people. And I've learned that around the full moons, these areas are all affected because our emotions are heightened, our senses are heightened, and some of us who don't have that tool belt under them to ground the energy, they can really, really be melodramatic and extreme, with the Temperance. Some come out in anger, some come out in extreme sadness. There's just lack of balance. So know that you're doing what you can do, fire signs, to support this person. Now, if this is for love, right, there could be something that you rushed into in the recent past with someone, because the attraction between you is so intense. With the Temperance in reverse, that tells me it could have been a one-night stand or something. So maybe like you feel depleted after that because it was so quickly. And I always say protect your energy, because when you are mixing your DNA with someone else's, you are carrying that person's trauma. So it's really important to protect your energy and do some clearing and cleansing and purifying. If you feel depleted after, that's a sign right there that there is some trauma tied into that person that you're intimate with. So that's for a specific fire sign there. Take that creative sexual kundalini energy and put it somewhere where you can maybe feel some type of healing or renewal and creativity. Put it towards something else, and if you're going to have some fun out there, make sure that it's a person, that you align with and are coming from a similar yoke and personal shared goals and values. At least, I'm not saying you need to be the same person, opposites do attract, but you know what I mean. I think a higher vibration fire sign can understand what that means. So let's keep pulling more tarot. I feel like the full moon can also make you doubt yourselves with the Queen of Wands in reverse there. There's this, you not feeling confident about something. You know, maybe people, you can feel people wondering, like, how are you doing it? People are curious, how are you surviving? How are you paying your bills? What is it that you do all day? You know, there's people who will project these things onto us, and, you know, ignore that. You know, trust yourself, keep moving forward, and allow your natural confidence through your talents shine. Just keep going. You can always call on that to usher in your courage. Fire signs, that's what you are. Your wands, your fire, your passion, ruled by Mercury. So if there's a trip, there could be some patience needed. There could be some delays. If there's a move for some of you, the transition is going to be delayed as well. Things should start to lift after the 15th with some of the planets leaving retrograde. We also have things moving very shortly after that. So with money, expect some good news, but don't spend it all in one place, fire signs, because this is a lesson that we have to learn. Saturn's going to discipline us with the dark side of material wealth and how to be good stewards of money, and how and where to expend your energy, because that's all money is. It's a tool. It's an energy exchange, right? So if you're not able to invest in it properly, you know, maybe seek some financial advice from somebody who's awake, somebody who knows beyond what the matrix teaches us financially, somebody who's financially literate. And you can work with what you have and start something, but you feel it's not time because you don't have the money, you don't have this, you don't have the time. Like, all of those are making you a bit anxious, and I feel like this is a reminder for you fire signs to not ruminate over it, to instead just start. Just start is the word I'm hearing. Let's see why the Magician is in reverse. I'd like to see that in the upright for us. Clarifying the Magician in reverse, you got humility. So that has to do with how life has a funny way, right, of teaching us humility. And the greater lesson to learn from our tests and trials is not to be bitter, but to be greater. So just keep going, keep doing you, and keep work on your perspective. And some of you have this ability to bank on your detailed expertise, meaning you see the details in everything. Some of you have an obsession double checking everything and overly careful and controlling. That can be transmuted to a higher frequency to be practical and use it and help people. That could be like practical help for people and advice, and you'll figure out something, because you or someone this fire sign I'm talking about delivers this promise, and they give sound results. So it's all in your perspective, and you've known this since you were a little boy or a little girl, where now it's like you could be limiting yourself with the Four of Pentacles here. So stay grounded, stop holding on tight to your emotions, to your way of like thinking that you have there could be a false sense of security that this is what I built. Like, it's very limiting, right? Like, I love that Elon Musk is somebody who wants to create and build life and a civilization on Mars. Like, that is beyond just being a president, being a doctor, being a lawyer. Like, someone who can think outside the box like that, that's just pure genius. That is just pure intelligence, divine intelligence flowing, right? So, there's portals opening for you if you expand your vision, your mind, and take your time. A lot of this type of refinement requires emotional, spiritual maturity, where you can live life on your own terms. And a lot of fire signs are doing it. This full moon is going to bring all of this to the surface. Where have I been putting my money, my time, my effort, my love, my energy? Have I been distracting myself from my own path? That is what you're going to be looking at during this full moon. Let's pull you an advice card. Fire signs for this full moon coming up. Release. So whatever needs transformation there, I think you're being asked to remove toxins, toxic people, situations from your life, so that you could deserve to live a life free of drama. And this is the first step to achieving that, right? So because you start to become who you hang around, right? You just kind of meld into each other. So it's a fresh start coming up for you after this full moon, causing you to pause and reflect and do a little bit of self-care and retreat for a little bit, fire signs.